Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Happy and blessed Friday for those on Friday, and happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday. Okay, so let's find out what is our topic for today.
So our topic for today is going to be how to build a plan B without working more hours. So stay with us.
Thank you, Jesse. So that's our topic for today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Daxi. I am proud Ilongga from Iloilo, Philippines, a wife, a mom of four, a former RN in the Philippines, and worked in Jeddah before for 12 years. Then now moved to BC, Canada. And while I'm building my life in Canada, I studied for RCA to continue my passion for caring others. And today, I'm serving in long-term in BC for 11 years. Alongside my healthcare career, I am also a business owner and a mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online and I'm a mentor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I'm residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello everyone, happy Friday. I am Asma Hais, a digital business mentor, stay at home mom of three, and I live in USA with my family, originally from Pakistan.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now let's dive in into our topic. Hold on, Asma. Go ahead, Asma.
Empowering life through an online business. How to build a plan B without working more hours.
Thank you, Asma. So that's our topic for today. So welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Run Online Business. So today's topic is one that resonates with so many hardworking people. And many of us have responsibilities. We have careers, we have families, we have parents to care for, bills to pay. And sometimes by the end of the day, we feel like there isn't a single extra minutes available, you know? So when someone talks about creating a plan B, or our first thought is often, I don't have time. The good news is that building a plan B doesn't always require working long hours. Often it begins with learning how to make a better use of the time we already have. So let's explore 5 ideas that can help to be able to do that. And for that, here are the points we're going to be talking today.
So today points start with small, consistent time blocks. Learn skill that expand your options. Make your time with work smarter, not harder. Build up a plan B or one step at a time, and protect what matters most.
Thank you, Daxi. So those are the points that we're going to be talking today. So let's dive in to our first point. Okay, so our first point is start with small, consistent time blocks. Okay, so one of the biggest misconception about making progress is believing we need hours of free time before we can start. But the truth is, meaningful progress often begins with those small focus block times that we make. Even 30 minutes or 60 minutes that we dedicate every day to an important goal can create those remarkable results over the weeks and months, because those small amounts will compound at the end and then will make the result. Consistency is often far more valuable than intensity. So it's not about doing everything at once, it's about showing up regularly. And those small daily actions, that's what builds the momentum. That's what strengthens our habits. And that's what helps us move forward even when life is busy. That's why it's so important to protect the time that aligns with our priorities instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Because that perfect moment rarely comes. And I've seen this in my own journey. After spending more than 25 years in the film industry, I started learning completely new skills, including digital business, social media, live streaming, artificial intelligence, and content creation. I didn't have unlimited time, especially while caring for my aging parents and balancing other responsibilities. Instead, I committed to focus, consistent time blocks each day. So today, I dedicate about 3 hours intentionals a day to build my business. So creating content, continuing my education, and mentoring others. Those habits didn't happen overnight. They were built one day at a time. Many people believe they need more time before they can make progress, but often what they really need is a consistent plan and the discipline to follow it. Small steps may seem insignificant today, but over time, they become the foundation for those meaningful growth. So, as today's reflection reminds us, small, consistent action often create those biggest long term results. And that's what we're talking earlier about, the compound. So here's the message for you guys. Build consistency before trying to build speed. Because when you commit to small, focused actions every day, you create the habits and momentum that lead to lasting growth over time. So that's what I wanted to share on this point. So now let's move on to the next point.
Today I would talk about how learning new skills expands your options. New skills create new possibilities and open the door to new opportunities. Today, I would like to share a lesson that has made a big difference in my life. When I first started my online business, I thought success meant working more hours. But as a busy mom, with family responsibility, I quickly realized that wasn't the answer. Instead, I learned that success comes from working smarter, not harder. As I continued learning new skills, my confidence grew. Every skill I gained opened new possibilities and helped me adapt to new challenges. I realized that personal new challenges. I realized that personal growth comes before professional growth. The more I learned, the more prepared I became for future opportunities. Learning is an investment that stays with you forever. It gives you more choices, more confidence, and the ability to create a better future for yourself and your family. My takeaway is this: don't just work harder, work smarter, invest in skills that increase your choices. The more you learn today, the more prepared you will be for tomorrow's opportunities. Thank you all for listening. Wishing you all wonderful and blessed Friday. Keep learning, keep growing, and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Asma. So yeah, Asma just talk about learn skills that expand your options. Like Asma mentioned, every new skill that you develop today increases those abilities that will help you to adapt, to grow, and to prepare for future opportunities. So that's what we talk about this point. Now let's move on to the next point.
Hello, everyone. My topic for today: make your time work smarter, not harder. One lesson I've learned is that being busy doesn't always mean we're making progress. We all have the same 24 hours each day, but it's how we use our time that shapes our future. As a full time healthcare worker, wife, mother of four, and a business owner, I know it's like to have a busy schedule. There are days when I come home tired after my shift, but I remind myself that even a small amount of focus time can make a difference. Instead of trying to do everything at once, I prioritize the activities that move me closer to my goals. I make time for personal growth by attending trainings, joining Wednesday MMM or Mastermind, participating in a session, and learning from my mentors and community. These daily habits help me grow personally and professionally. I also reduce distractions and speed less time on activities that don't add value to my future. Research shows that people who intentionally plan their time and focus on high impact activities are more productive and less stressed. Success is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most consistently. Every day, ask yourself, is what I'm doing today helping me become the person I want to be tomorrow? Small intentional actions repeated consistently create lasting recall results. So, guys, this is my takeaway for you. Purpose- Purposefully, time creates meaningful progress. Don't just stay busy, be intentional. When you focus on your time, on what truly matters, you create a future filled with growth, purpose, and opportunity. Thanks for listening. Back to you, Sandy.
Not harder. Um, so just like Daxi mentioned, when you focus on those meaningful high habits, if that will help you to great progress, it will help you, not, we always think that we'll get busy, like we don't have time. um so here we're talking about make your time work smarter. So when you apply those ones, it will lead to greater progress instead of simply being busy, because many times we think, oh, we're doing something, but is that really moving you forward? So that's the question you need to ask. So you need to work smarter and not harder. So just spending time, but it's not really helping you to grow or helping you to keep moving. Okay, so now let's move on to the next point.
All right, so our next point is build a plan B one step at the time. Many people think creating another source of income means, huge change. But huge change, but overnight. But that's actually not how things work. That doesn't happen like that. A strong plan B is built through a small action, through a small consistent actions that it will compound during the time. So maybe today you spend 30 minutes, learning a new skill that you can develop and use it for your goal. Maybe tomorrow you're watching a training video, maybe the next day or the next month, you are reaching out to someone who has already achieved what you want and you're picking their brains. Those small steps may not seem like, like much at the moment, but over time they create that momentum. Too many people never start because they focus on how far they have to go instead of taking the first step. Remember, every successful business, career, or personal transformation began with someone deciding to start, to making that step. You don't have to know everything before you begin. You don't have to have the perfect plan. It can change on your journey. You just have to be willing to take the next step to build that plan B. If you stay consistent, those small actions will eventually become big results. So, because your future doesn't change over time, it changes one decision at the time, one new skill, and one consistent action you take continuously. Start where you are, use what you have, and keep moving forward. Back to you, Sandy.
I think she's
The
having some
problem.
internet connection.
Oh, that can
Um,
be a reason.
so yeah. So when Jesse was talking about build your plan B, one step. Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you
No.
now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm on the road, so that's why. Be one step at a time. So just like Jesse mentioned, when you start doing those consistent small actions and those continuous learning, and having that patience, those will move you closer today. Um, are you guys hearing me or am I delay again?
Yes, I am hearing.
Okay. Is it good? Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, so here's the next point. And this one is about protect what matters most. And for many years, for over 20 years, I believed that providing for my family meant sacrificing time with them. And like so many parents, I work hard because I wanted to give my children every opportunity I never had. And after each maternity leave, I returned to work because our family depended on that additional income. But every morning I walked away with a broken heart, with a heavy heart, because um, I remember picking up my babies from the babysitter, and they would have diaper rash, they would have milk stains on their necks, and that really those moments really broke my heart each time. And I kept telling myself, this is just for now. But for now turned into years. That one day, um, I watched my oldest daughter, preparing to leave for college. It really hit me. The years I thought I had were gone. The moment really changed my definition of success. And I realized I didn't want my future where I only had a paycheck. I wanted a future where I had choices, the choice to be present for my family, the choice is to be able to travel with them, the choice to create memories instead of missing them. And that's why I believe every family deserves a plan B, not to replace what you already have, but to create more options for your future. A plan B should protect the things money cannot replace: your time, your health, your relationships, and the moments you will never get back. So, today, one of my greatest blessings is being able to travel with my children, spend meaningful time together, and make memories that once felt impossible because I made one courageous decision to build something alongside my job. So if you're working hard for the people that you love, ask yourself this question: Is your plan is your plan helping protect what matters most, or is it taking you away from it? Because the greatest success isn't just building a better future; it's having the time to enjoy it with the people that you really love. So, ask yourself this question: if you could protect one thing for your family's future, your time, your health, or your relationship, which one would you choose? And what step could you take to make that possible for you and for them? Thank you. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel talk about protect what matter most. She was saying, when you reflect on your values, um, because that's what true success is. Um, You want to create that future that gives you more time for your health, for your family, just like Isabel mentioned. She's able to spend time and travel with them. Um, and the people you love, not just more work. That's what you want to be protecting, the things that matter to you the most, your values, your family, your loved ones. Isabel also added, build a plan B that supports your life, protects your values, and gives you more moments with with the people who matter the most. All right, so now let's move to our key takeaway for our topic today.
Yeah, so today's conversation reminds us that preparing for the future doesn't always require adding more hours to your day. Sometimes it begins with changing how we think about our time, learning one new skill, creating one better habit, taking one intentional step forward. And remember, you don't need to do everything today. You simply need to keep moving in the direction of the future you want to create. Small, consistent actions take time or taking over time can lead to meaningful change.
Thank you, Isabel. So that's our key takeaway for today, for today's topic. We also want to say thank you to Gobi Gobi for the like emoji and for watching the live. So thank you so much. Um, and now let's find out what is our action for our audience.
As we finish today's conversation, ask yourself, if you had just one focus hour, each day, how could I use it to invest in my future? Just a simple question. Write it down. One action you can begin this week, then commit it to it, and do it consistently. The future is often shaped by the small decisions that we make today.
Thank you, Jesse. So that's our action for our audience. And we have arrived to the end of our life. So hope so that while we talk today, how to build a plan B without working more hours, will help you to uh, have some ideas, how to make those hours more meaningful to you, um, and to be able to also, make that time to be able to have a plan B, so you can create that plan B. So uh, remember that empowering your future isn't about finding more hours in the day, it's about making intentional choices with the time you have, learning continuously, and taking consistent steps that create a life aligned with your values and priorities. So there you go. So now let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
Next Friday's topic: why learning new skills is one of the best investments you can make.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's our topic for next Friday. So it will be a good one to watch. So don't miss it for next Friday. All right, so that's the end of our lives. I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us, and we'll see you again in our next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye bye.